Yo guys, what's up? It's 24K here. I hope you're doing good because today we'll be introducing the 24K project. Who is 24K? Where does he come from? What about his music? And yeah, we are also doing a walkthrough project of my latest track called Let's Go. It's an ACID Techno track that was released on Seal Network. So yeah, you might want to stay so you can check this one out. Cheers. So just to be clear, my artist name is 24KARAT, like 24K gold or whatever, but I found this name really cool. Where do I come from? Where does 24K come from? I was initially born in France, but my parents came to Mauritius since I'm stuck here. The good thing is, at the age of 15, I fell in love with EDM music. I mean, come on, who doesn't? I kinda listened to it. First I was DJing I remember I had a little DJ controller. I started to do like mixtape, not regularly, just like that. But since I discovered FL Studio, like man, it was the thing. I started to make music. At this time, Hardwell just released his track Spaceman. Everyone got crazy about this track, even I got crazy. So I was contaminated by doing music, and here I am. So fast forward many years later, still doing music, which I love, by the way. Right now I'm doing big room techno, which is kinda the thing, let's say it like that. And something that I wanted to make sure you guys know about is that I'm not a pro in front of a camera. It's not like I'm doing this many years. It's the first time that I'm shooting myself in front of a camera, talking about myself and the journey. So it will sound weird and look weird, but who cares? We'll go through it together. I will for sure go through my projects, talk about everything. There's no filter. I just try to keep everything pro and let it flow, and let's see where we go. That was nice. So without wasting time, let's dive right into the project. I'll show you a bit about the things that was used in this one. How was the track born? How did the track came up? The idea about the track and all the stuff. If you have anything to say, make sure you drop down in the comment. And yeah, we keep this series going. I won't be introducing myself next time. You guys already know. I'll do more and more walkthrough. Make sure you share, you comment, you like, you subscribe. I'll be seeing you in a few. Cheers. Here we are, talking about goals and rejection. It was kinda hard because all these years I've been listening to music, producing music. I always wanted to release a track on reviewed recordings. So I tried my best and I said, why not take a subscription from them to learn from the best? So I did, and when I did the track, I sent them the track. It was not the happiest answer in the world, but here we are. It got rejected, which was okay because they gave a detailed feedback about the track and things that I could change about it. So we're all good. Back, let's listen the track. It will be a short preview, the pre-drop and the drop, and we are going to talk about the feedback.
Life control, dreams, dance, life control. Let's go.
So you listen the track, was just a little preview. We are going to go through the feedback. So groove bounce is there, but the low end needs a bit more energy though. It was missing that final stage where the low end really pumps and cuts through the mix. The lead therefore feels a bit thin. Okay, because the low end doesn't provide the right warmth in the lows. Why? Because usually the low end is the connection between the lows and the leads. So it's missing the glue thing that connect the track together. And for the acid lead, after a while the melody could use some changes. The loop is quite short, so it becomes too repetitive. So I had to be a bit more unique with the acid line. It's okay. Now we dive into the project. I'll show you the element I've been using in it and hope it helps in your production. Here we are, finally in the project of Let's Go, 140 BPM. Techno track, acid track, very energetic one. So without wasting time, let's start with the kick and the bass. Here's the main kick that I use for this track. And here's the top kick. So on the main kick, we have a Pro Q3 with some adjustment and R bass to boost the low end, a Pro MB also to control the low end a bit, and finally an EQ to boost a bit the mid side of the low end of the kick. Hope it makes sense. Here is a top kick to help the kick cut through the mix a bit better. I removed a bit of the high because it was a bit too clicky, and this is the rolling bass. You guys might already know in Techno Track 2024 they use the rumble or a rolling bass. It depends on your taste, but here how it sounds together. It's already kick and bass, very driving one. And on the rolling bass I have an EQ that I cut all the high end and a kickstart to make sure it doesn't clash with the kick. And then for the rolling support I use a percussion, which is a rolling percussion to help accentuate the rolling bass, and also a rolling bass synth loop. It also helps in the groove, and here it is. Let's go for the hi-hats. As you might have noticed, I love using sample. I prefer sample over midis. So right, look at this one. Here is the first hi-hat. Remove all the lows, control a bit the highs. The second one, a bit darker one, cut a bit of the highs. And this one, kind of a hi-hat loops, bit lowering the highs so it doesn't clash with the other one. So all together it sounds like this, and with the kick and the bass. New element each bar. One more here, the rides, so it gets interesting over time. Here Here is a synth loop, just to build the tension in the track, and it stays in the background. There's a lot of effects going on, which you might have seen here. Look at this one. As you might know, Cashmere sample pack sounds great for effects and stuff. With the synth, the hi-hats and the kick. And also things that are very important in techno track are ear candies. Kinda do everything in it together. That was nice. So let's look at the acid. It's filtered out, so it comes gradually into the track. Here's the break. So for the break, it's kind of very simple. It has a Reese bass. Have this one with no low end, and this one with the low end, so together it sounds like. Then you have a pluck loop. In this track I use a pluck loop. Didn't do any melodies or whatever. I like it like that. It sounds like that.
Dance, life, control, dreams, dance.
Here you have a breakbeat. It's very common in techno track. It gets so cool. Then
Dreams, life, control.
now we go in the build-up. The build-up, you get the build-up snares. It's two build-up snares combined together to make the one sound. Then you have the acid filtered out. So here you have a mini pre-drop which goes only with the vocal.
Dance, life, control, dreams, dance, life, control.
Here you have a mini fills to skip and jump in the drop. You have an acid shot with the snare, and you get the kick and bass, which is driving already, and the acid line. Here's the acid line on its own. So what I used on this one was the odd acoustic reverb with the sidechain, of course, the odd acoustic reverb with the W&W reverb on it. Then we have the sausage fattener, which just inflate the sound. Here cut out a bit the lows and the highs. Fresh air to bring a bit more of the highs. The transient master was a bit more attack and less sustain, with the sidechain and also an OTT. And lastly we have, oh, look at this one, this was crazy. So here was a Procure free with a lot of adjustment. I don't know why I did it, but it was sounding good at this time. So yeah, and together we have this.
Dance, life, control. Let's go. Let's go.
You also have this air candy, which is helping a lot in the drop. If I remove the acid, it sounds like this.
Let's go. Let's go.
I hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe, you comment, you share. I will reply every comment you drop down in the comment section. I hope you're doing good. Make sure you continue to make music. Keep pushing forward. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.